The governing party NPP have mounted a spirited defense for the Attorney General, Godfred Yeboah-Dame, over the explosive bombshell dropped by the National Democratic Congress NDC. On Monday, the media space was thrilled with resonance of stupendous shocked on the back of the Attorney General head in an audio recording plea bargaining and urging the first prosecutioner witness to falsify an excuse duty pending his return from his journey. Tonight, the Weekend Frontline take a second look and interrogates the audio recording, plus the spirited pushback by Frank Davis. I am Kweku Anan, and of course this is your Weekend Frontline, and we're live tonight on dozens of stations, all picking the feed tonight, including Sunyane 88.1 FM. We're live in Western Region on 99.1 FM, precisely Tadi FM, and of course here in the capital on Accra 100.5 FM, Accra FM, also picking the feed, and we're live across the superhighway, YouTube, Facebook, and the link is my CTV GH, and of course we are live in London on GOB radio and television, and of course still on GOB radio you can also get the feed on Apple or www.gobtv.tv in London. Those of you in London, take note. You go on GOB website and then get the link from GOB. That's radio and TV, Modern Ghana and TuneIn on GOB link. The same GOB link, you can also get it on their Apple feed or www.gobtv.tv. So we're Londoner. Na unya feed na oko GOB for a platform no so one more petty program no e de ato mo platform no so mo platform no GOB platform no ube ukoso obenya wo TuneIn ana so say modernghana.com obenya ho wo mo so apete so e wo Apple Music no so e wo so e na woko www.gobtv.tv or so ubenya channel say program we so enam Facebook and YouTube no link no my CTV and so benya ewo ho na wahwe yes, and stations be bring so apiki the feed what mo am Sunyane ubenya no Sunyane 88.1 FM Accra FM esamo piki the feed no yenim sentia mo so to se bia mo mfa feed any takrade 99.1 monso management ayesa monfa feed no but yenya complaints monfa Accra FM enim senti amoso monfa while management moamasuma operations monhwema sa anwomni na no and the day na enyoma enkoye folks. Your Weekend Frontline ameno ebehyasie no na asembe ni yeba bedi hu nkomo we yedi bedi weekend ni akọ yak nipa breu yeah yebedi nkomo ben on Wednesday ebria make say safina waso we fidie no a the Frontline program on CTV. Don't get it twisted, don't make a mistake. Aha na na opesa odeto nti mo amhwe no mu TV so no wo digital TV very easy ubenya digital TV o flip ya na CTV na da ho no se wunya no TV ni so because enya digital TV o go TV go TV no so flip through ubenya CTV na wahwe why se wunya wo ho so mesra just pick your phone call YouTube wa spend the credits in kakra or YouTube wo and no so ntino mesra se bomodia na yeden na kokope digital TV ana go TV na febe connect it obe connect ya ubenya CTV no because complaints in a badodo say be brino no munya program no e wo normal television channel no na monhwe yes but who go TV it makes it quite easier for you to get this program and watch. Facebook, my CTV, YouTube, Tonight, we want to connect across all regional capitals. Yakwashasi Frihenfa, Upper East, Boko, all the way. Dekura, Upper West, Paga, Idibira, Ashanti region capital, Kumasi, all the way to Greater Accra. Let's move to him from Volta region. Then from Volta region back, Yanko Himfa. Wait for Sunyane for Pijamuho. Yes, then let's go to saying all the new regions, new T regions, many are there. Then the Western region. Half a sneak horn, I will win horn near the Ebeba Beshem Y and Chakra. Sunyane for so Presipa Patricia, boy Beba. We are looking at say the Frontline show, no, I don't know, but you're prepared between now and some months. Be in check. You better say bit me host to show, no, from all the regions are your radio stations. We have 2 radio stations. Kumasi, you don't know. At this year station, Kumasi, Edia, no Kumasi FM. Your Volta FM, your fencing station, Tamale. Your station is Sunyane. Your station Greater Accra. Whole FM, Volta region. Northern regions here will be Homeboa. Yes. Dagbon FM. Yeah, dear. Yes. Yeah, dear. Sunyane FM wo Tadi FM wo Bebre. Tia hwese me entire MCR for yebekɔ ho. Me akoye show no ede akɔ all the regions. Yes. We are fairly new. 3 months mueni na so Nyankopɔn oni edini papa. Akoye bia send a message or say kwaku chai se muna uti no oba na oni abehye kasa na se bre o obehwehwe na waso eja egu yeso sa na wokɔ. I'm say dwuma na mebe. Anadria asema da hwa no dia Wednesday minimum besha ase na no an ye beto so part 2. Tonight we're giving it a second look. But then we're going much deeper tonight about the issue, this very developing story of why Attorney General versus Richard Jakpa, the first prosecutional witness in the trial case of Kesel Atoforsen, Ibirim, and the Mebo tapes ni namamo. The 16-minute tape between Jakpa and a friend is saying, Attorney General Godfrey Yebo Adame, Mebonina, Yevia Frank Davis tape, and so Mebonina Mam. They will make some critical analysis, but maybe some critical analysis be good for some and Jakra. Freunia, Frewa Danfo, Frewa sister, Frewa cousin, Fre O Papa, O Mame, all of us, everybody, call every friend. Together we sit and talk and make a sense of it all. The front line always, I say, be part of the news making and be the first to know, because you are what you listen to, folks. And I agree. Channel so say program no a interactive program into WhatsApp line na me dey ba no. What the message be so still on this very developing story. WhatsApp line no 020-297-3461. WhatsApp line is 020 me dey mountain 020-297-3461. Now the message afaso. Me bra penny a war London. Yao Chum Berema. Yao, salute. You are just watching the show. London for America for more America. More London. More Amsterdam. More Himfa. Kusumukaya. Kwesi Prat Krum ye mienu. Kwesi we de wa winim yakeke bia. Kwesi Prat Krum ye mienu. Kusumukaya. Azerbaijan. Mo ho. Ye mam hu ena minim se obi wo North Korea na. Ghana ni bi be wo North Korea by this time. Ruby X say Ghana for North Korea. Okay. Nti Ghana for more North Korea, South Korea, and friend is saying France, Germany, all over the world. Tonight, Yamamuna salute, 21 gun salute. This is the Frontline. Folks, about this developing story of Attorney General versus Richard Jakpa in the trial case of Kesel Ato Forson tonight. Now, we are learning, sir, the NDC, I think, have written to the Chief Justice, hence, Yema case we, yen televised case we, both radio and television. Now, a piano, Attorney General so be respond, they say, yes, woman so epen I say, yen konesa. So, I kind of believe that in the coming days, all of us are going to watch this on the screens and listen on radio. Beautiful. Now, we are also learning the very latest of the document filed by Richard Jakpa. So, Chrese, and Komobia Kosuma Nepie say, Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame, Emma Assembly Torna Sumse. Ono de onka hu bio Ghana fontie ne ye na mebeka asasem we kire mo Wednesday na bebrema from aso anko o say rich friend say Attorney General ka kire ne say ono enye ono no the case no ono na quiet say a decoy in security intelligence. We will say on him, he's a security operative, he's like a decoy, okay? And according to Richard Jakpa, kire say Attorney General Katreni said, pressure is being mounted on him by two people. The President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, and the former Vice President Ken Ofori-Atta. And on the pressure, to Attorney General Godfred Yeboah Dame said, on your prosecutions in term, former Finance Minister, yes, Ken Ofori-Atta. Hey. As some way take it very interesting turns, twists and turns. Folks, Timukaya, Wednesday me catch them say, for Richard Jakpa there, Jakpa is like he's walking on the enemy lines, but may he be very, very careful, say, he will not cross the line. Or he will not cross, yes, that's it. He's on the enemy lines. They are using him to, as it were, to penetrate into the yard. But a bedroom baby, Omeka say, hey, wait a minute, stay here. Between Jakpa and Kislato Forson, Womu Amanyoku Bakumu, Woman baby Omoko. But at the same time, Attorney General, by extension, only the judge in question, the Supreme Court judge in question, Aya Ora Yoni Koleni, and the message in the picture number. Yes, it's here. Omoye namfofo. Yoni Koleni so oye a very good friend to the current president Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. There's something in the making. Folks, me dem fe bibia nziemu o. Yoni nadamfo pa ene President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Yes. And in a way, no, acquired to say, Jakpa no, as I said, womo play music around him, dancing around Jakpa no, one baby. Jakpa bet me, I am not going to say, Obemo 1 year, or one leg to lean on, one shoulder to lean on. No more, I my dear, but I what prosecution way na muni na ne say, ora. Ato fence Kesel Ato Forson no mohwehwe no. Now, company no wo fa ambulance ne de buy no enkomodie bi kra kwaso a company na ready say metie sika no e de ama aban no se bibi ankoyi a pamo twa no putohwe gumo dankwansiri ni mu na bekonye sa ade sika yi aban ni mu mpanimfo mu nsa na bo sika mu dia na mu diskai entie de musika ebebremo na asem emfa na asem nko okura ka no onweye no munyi usika na asem wo musu no de biara da not just a case atofo kesel atofo na obekwa kodem wo sensa wo mu se anka flow se himfo no eno omo hwehwe. That's the whole thing. And as you embrace yourself wherever you are. Na midemu be rim. Up next, Ghana Speaks proudly brought to you by Ora Black Star, located at Ofanko Barrier. Mr. Obomodiana, contact Omo. It was 053 617 6327. Ora Black Star for Ebemau, asasi bia wo hwehwe ediesi wudan, asasi bia wo pe ediesi dan no wonom na edebemau. Asasi a wo pe edi aye bibiara enfumsuo bia ni ho, boni bia ni ho, court sembie ni ho, nkotokuro ensrada enkranti etuo ye twen edeba wo so no. Mia mi ginemu guarantee di ama mo abrochire misramo brantem betobi mo betra ho atena last minute no. Na me no mato nkwanta na afini ni pa begina wo so se kwaku mpesa sa nemu ya mo ye na mentemase tumrikantem na pa asase ni ne wanwan se asase nso ni na okromo. Can you imagine say o pa asase wende kwa benya wenya the right person na nto amo a yebebu pa Ora Black Star for asase ni bi wo kwa benya denchira kaswa ye obebi bebre kwa benya kaswa denchira amasaman ensawom botiano breku ni nazu is within na waba be tobi na nioma adeda na kwemu kama Ora Black Star for asase very fertile me be yimfo ni natural na hwe say electricity ensuo bibia fertile land ni na bi ho drainage system ni na oma market ni na kama Ghana suffer a deficit or housing deficit but je wasase na wankasa ubesi wudan no a wesi according to the bedrooms ni ahodo a ubese usi na emana kokoye. Watch this carefully. Yeba Ghana Speaks takes off. I'll be back.
Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer. Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great folks, welcome back, and of course this is your weekend Frontline with Kweku and then your investigative journalist. A lot is coming up tonight, and of course call a friend to call a friend. Madam Fu Union sister Mami Obi who said case lato forcing trial case on the Attorney General and any basso part 2 near the Nyoma to tone kama ede amamo why nani na no so obia ehu de say osua ewom. Now, before Ghana Speaks, we throw the spotlight on Vice President Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia's ongoing campaign. Now, something very interesting, very disturbing I see a campaign on. Now, first of all, I want us to interrogate something. The Vice President, of course, is out there doing a campaign, and a group of people be within one particular district to be attacking Vice President in a convoy, of course, raising offensive weapons and and for me, I have to condemn this act and condemn it in all uncertain terms. Minim sentia Vice President in a campaign, ne convoy airco na enipakubi mukuta nkranti nkotokuro nsrada nkuntima MC binya bow and arrow ni ejan amobefa bottles na mne ade say mo koto ashe Vice President no so no oman ne den no there be please mama the body politics we ehon emre nyam kakra. For me it is very unfair. Bebia Vice President in kopie ya mode sa attack we ko hia no na entwa yie na mpese wa wo hwe sa amfoni we politicians are one war mem or mem no look one who aye Ghana one who afuno Ghana for no cresem na meka kyerem no politicians both NDC and MPP mo who afuno Ghana for I'm telling you muni muntia but you see wo national security for no gu ho wo mo na akronfo wo mo ntimi mfa report papa mremo ntia politicians mo who afuno Ghana for ana muni mo me se munye a clear survey na mo hwade mo who afuno Ghana for politicians I'm telling you mo hunya Ghana for akono biemo enti mi guso kasa kire Ghana for ebe enche democracy wan hwa mo betu egu I'm serious till I make us say Ghanaians gauge the space between now and the month of July and the end of it yes till I say okonko to dwani mu a bompa ye bi ma o president no yempa ho bia and let's see how we sustain but ye kan ono anka so man penini national security no so a hey kweku asumeni na no me de nsemi beto ho ma no untimi ma abonten still hwemfoni we any asemo a eto the vice president wherever na onenam take a listen or take a listen to this what
President Bakra brought you. Mother Jagas to I say, yeah, come as I to some of the boy. To but when comes the answer, that's a cry. And two, when you comes over. Adiaso na wono ba o mi e chelsea ante Adiaso na wono ba o mi e chelsea ante
ebusiafo wa wo hwe a ne papa mu ni nkotokuro ni nsrada o bottles pa o anyway mini adaje sa ne but weekend na ya sha se yes well on Ghana Speaks Tonight we take much closer look at the audio recording between Richard Jakpa, the first prosecutorial witness, and Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dame, and of course bring in the substantive case plus the spirited pushback from the governing party NPP or from the corridors. On Wednesday, the Frontline plays some perspectives and analysis over the above developing story, and tonight we go a bit further to lay out some understanding associated with some challenges as the case progresses. Now, we beginning to feel or sense that some listeners and viewers, not even on this platform, but all around, because when you monitor the news wires, when you monitor the news wires, more particularly the usage of certain, if you like, terminologies and some phrases, because Nina no, more often than not, a lawyer for. And one more use terminologies no many ade enti bebre no one more nshada entity in but of course ni na na yesua de enti me bebie ade bi so akere Ghana for mahu say ade no a lawyer for ni use no but a lawyer for ni ntimi nkyerechire mu ma Ghana for ni nya entiase a enyo mo fault so because ye ni interviewer opentema kana sam no wako enti eno an say they throw those usage of, and I said they throw those terminologies in their narrative and then they go. I'm saying same way see a particular phrase is out there. a lawyer for any terms, and I say in the legal luminary, part of the applications are dear friend say plea bargaining, dear bad enemu enamedemo ebabi rim. No when you understanding of the plea bargaining, because plea bargaining eno na de Godfred yebo adame ekudru tabonum no ede na ekudru ebonum ho. Now ye ka say plea bargaining na dear bad here. Now obeka say a certain application had been triggered, and it does appear some of our listeners and viewers do not actually understand the usage of this application in order to appreciate the fundamental facts of the above case. Now, plea bargaining had been triggered in the process. However, the above application simply means one thing: an informal procedure usually conducted in the chambers of the Attorney General, TNEA. An informal procedure usually conducted in the chambers of the Attorney General or the chambers of the trial judge, whereby the accused person could agree to plead what? Guilty as an off change for prosecution to drop the case against him. Case closed. I hope someone tell them here. It means an informal procedure usually conducted in the chambers of the Attorney General or the chambers of the trial judge, whereby the accused person could agree to plead guilty as an off change for prosecution to drop the case against him. Ya di bibi free head their best so we so. Near the assembly could see BBS, you could see case closed. Now, what it means by their marking actually say Ebra assembly see na sa assembly see ya Attorney General no emra they make awomra nimu o. Now, emra na kire wo say Attorney General no e wo sa akwanya no. Na sa akwanya no wo no eno say oni nipa no ebetimi akwakotra ono Attorney General ne office ni chamber na wonu ma dididi omo ho nkomo enkomodi a ebetimi ama nipa no a ye try no agye nsem bi atum se oh ampa aha akonua se wei mfumso bi akoso enti mijitum sa or otherwise ebetimi so aye se sa meeting no ye de beko the trial judge no woti akonwa mu no odi asem no ye de beko onu ni chambers na wonu makotra ho edi sa enkomo no ne nipa na ye di na asem no agye atum awakonwa sa bi so se ampa ahei enfomso no magye atum so besremo ye nhwe na ye mfa ye ntutu ye na chese ebetimi lead to say sentence ye de be ma no ebi a eso bete kura ana ye sentence ne kura asemini ni mema mo antecedent of this case here ACA ebi. Now I am quick to bring something here. Now the question remains, if the above application is anything significant to go by, why the Attorney General decided rather to have the supposed meeting at the residence of yet another Supreme Court judge who has nothing to do with the above case, but what? Have an interest. Yameka esamote. The defining plea bargaining amount. But then again, in the definition of this, again brings another pushback. Say sana asamitia and ye na yembisa ora Godfred Dame say Godfred Dame adenti and one jakpa anko wu chambers enko disa anko moi. Number 2, aden one Richard Jakpa anko the trial judge chambers enko disa anko mono. Number 3, enko mono e call so he e bi call so telephone so. Then in the telephone conversation now reveal say after the meeting no substantive meeting no ye dey call another judge be efie enya ni chambers ni fie now sa judge ye dey asemi ko ni fie ono onye party to this case. Number one. Number two, onye the trial judge of this case. Number three, asemi emfa ne ho na mom sa judge wey our interest with case judge ben mo fa na picture nto Yoni Koleni mo fa Yoni picture nto so ono da hoyi a Supreme Court judge and you want no di case no but Yoni Koleni ewo interest ewo meka sa asichere ne say because Yoni Koleni ne nua be ma ene ye Richard Jakpa ne nua no enti he den a our interest o case no but asam no emfa no ho enti ora Godfrey Dame wo de sa asem wei meeting wei e de ko Supreme Court judge wo ekotran ho se mo ko kama na yeden na eno na no make asem bi a kire Ghana for na enti ase bi munyae o mu enya o enna me be kire no kire se Godfrey Dame na danfo ene Yoni Koleni maka kire se by extension Yoni on the President Akufo-Addo we are very good friends. So the beya ne say ono Richard Jakpa no beti ne ho ase say there be boyen mayentimi mantam kesela to force ne chekere ne nsa hu nechi ne emfa ne nhye car na camera si ne ntwa no ne emfa ne nkohye nsa wo na eno na make say wo Yoni Koleni, with the greatest of respect to Yoni Koleni. Yoni Koleni, oyobia obunu ho pa. Now crave the indulgence say in the coming days, Yoni Koleni must come out and speak. Yes. Yoni Koleni must come out and speak. Because se meeting ni ko ni fia na enye se sa meeting no ye de ko ni fie ema Yoni say in the bedroom and in the living room or give it up in the living room and at the bedroom say oh media me pie me ko jim from our abontin ntimuni mu nkomo no there. So Yoni Koleni would definitely participate in that meeting or participate in that meeting no no by extension no dear na Yoni Koleni no Yoni Koleni had compromised his position. Case closed. Or compromising when we did that as we speak. For the very fact say Yoni admitted say meeting him ran ifie Attorney General is secure Yoni Koleni's residence to be the meeting ground. Yoni has compromises the position. Yeah. E your manya one more person with them mra e ye dwuma. E your manya ye pew say nra ye ka say 34 counts against Donald Trump in the United States, in the New York District Offense and Court. Hono, na nyasam ketwa. Trump has one shit. Now Trump is waiting for a sentence. 34 counts against Donald Trump. He's the former president of the United States. Former president of the United States. How many years ever since we free power? Hey, America for see ma hun order. Oma titi Trump sa be sisenra. And now the US court, the New York court, it pronounced Papa guilty. And obviously America for more years way, and they are the rest of the world now. And how Madriana, America remains the world's most superpower. Into a more year we are. You think that and believe it? Who is there? No, we are watching our dirty linens in the world global stage. No, one person just a rule of law by Yedman. Now here Africa here Ghana the Yoni Koleni, but Yakunyaso, Supreme Court judge, Yakwe meeting when you Yoni Koleni. The meeting is not taking place at Godfrey Yabua Dame's office neither is taking place at the trial judge or home, but another judge who is not party to the case, but of course has an interest in the case. Folks, can you imagine this? Now, may I sign the Mwura baby. On Wednesday, the Frontline perspectives and analysis for the very purpose of us to appreciate the fundamental missing links. I want to bring back the Frontline perspectives and analysis back tonight. Na me demu sa analysis ni mo. Na shade. Now, if you listen to the discussions between Godfrey Dame and Richard Jakpa, one can adduce the Attorney General, one, tried hard to coerce Richard Jakpa to agree to his terms and conditions so he could secure a smooth passage trial against Kesilato Forson. Case closed. So what tiem komonwa a course between Attorney General and Richard Jakpa say what defer Richard Jakpa no manenya no honti asibi say bomodia na boa ma semi mintimi nya kwan ba bi mfa na mini asemi me enintia atoforsen eno ano de atoso mienu. The Attorney General again tried hard to urge Richard Jakpa to falsify an excuse duty as a silver liner to enable him make his trip back to continue his cross-examination. That is say ahano nso no enkomodie ni mu no ahana wo kire Jakpa say hey Jack bomodiana kope excuse duty bi utibe ya wo ya wo nan be ya wo ya akobam fa bi twitwe sofa henesi ha de obetinya ye bia ye ne sa na menya kwan enko me meeting me ba na mabetoa cross examination so me ne umie no ni nara no a oye no e means to say or to be adduce some evidence against Kessel Atoforsen by all means necessary. In the Richard Jakpa should go and falsify excuse duty with a doctor. Papaya we are some dana so that also once uncle di bonini binka ho. A dean Attorney General be this argument to say. Now, number 3. It was the Attorney General who secured the venue for the meeting and not Richard Jakpa. For the record, and this is fundamentally untenable. If you be a meeting, no, and yet Jakpa na organize meeting, no, a Attorney General no co-organize this meeting. No. Yes, a Supreme Court judge, no, if he Attorney General, no, that's no, no, that screen is no. Your friend of Godfrey, your boy, Dame, oh no, that's no, share space. I share space. And I share space. Yes. Number 4. This situation is going down in the criminal justices of the country. And the Attorney General, may I say, should do what? One thing. Should purge himself in avoidance of yet another antecedent. And in the case of Dr. Ohinijan versus the Republic, and the Attorney General then, Ayora Emisa, resigned in 1975. The ACABC pain. Yes, Dr. Ohinijan, me security near, and as a security guard, we no. Nebe PMZ, Papay, Ayora Dr. Ohinijan had a hand in the murder of the security guard. But the Attorney General then, in 1975, in the era of Abamea NRC, the National Redemption Council, led by Lieutenant General Ignatius Kutu Echampon, NSRSMWC, Attorney General then could have no excuse than so ordinary Juma Ebetuho, na wape kwa yebi mwafa. Ordinary Juma so to emisa okone baby because we compromise the office of that. Atentine nea ye hwehwe mana dadie no na wa compromise na wie dida odne dwuma to hokoe weinom NPP led by why Nana Harry Boachi, Nana B. Oh, Attorney General on resign, and Diana Fa and Nana make a chance. Mama on resign. No, let him stay there. Yempese Attorney General Godfrey Dame obe resign. Let Attorney General way ontina kunwa so. Mama fa memu nko. Folks, papa your the screen is we. Mama on na ho. Ontina kunwa so because I can see say MPP for ni obi a. No. MPP ni obi. There is no alternative beyond to that of wine Godfrey Dame. Why? Because Godfrey Dame Krano ni deputies na womu won etili krano MPP for na say ni trust e wo mumu. No. They believe that Godfrey Dame will do the magic. Therefore, and yet at all costs say one member Godfrey Dame ayeden akwa ahumjim, even though they are aware say nyoma Godfrey Dame wa ye no, it compromises the integrity of our justice system. It betrays our justice system, an affront to our justice system, and above all, a miscarriage and a travesty of justice. It's a travesty and miscarriage of justice, to say the least. And MPP for him. Now, so we must see your mason. So I'm force you no. Way any democracy ubehunu Africa. At the Pepe Bien, Fantini Bessia, at the Jane Precope. Yeah. African Obu say, or politician on himself, Bonina Wedie, Bonio, but in such a gem on Pinin net on Pinochina. Sa Yanyanasa. Nanjanya Bibina and Bibia. Ah, come on. Look at what is going on between Senate and Edebe, organized labor. President Adodankwa Akufo-Addo is still looking at the face of Ghanaians and say, organized labor, any Senate in Penifo, and Quatrase, and sending Komo about say, Senate is offloading 60% of Nedebe performing asset, and you're non-performing, no. Performing asset, which belongs to all of us as Ghanaian, to one person, Ora. And also Dr. Brian Echampo, Minister for Agri. I didn't know where we. I didn't know President Akufo-Addo. If all of this is not coming under the auspices of your debe state capture, chrono na mo pese mo bo me na mo dwaneko. Sa asset no ye offload di ama nipa ba ko no. Enye se akọ redundancy. All these assets are performing. This hotels including Labadi Beach Hotel, come on. It is giving the government of Ghana proceeds. It is giving government of Ghana dividends, everything. So why? 60 whooping percent to Mudema Brande Champo said J because Brande Champo anyway see Rock City. Ewa betifio se himfo se debe ewa mipomu ho into ono ne de man obetimi aye ni yie meboa. Mahu say dem mutrimusi ya denfa owuo kra wa ehumobro kakra owuo mu ye nipa bone papa MPP led by President Akufo-Addo no vai mu ye nipa bone papa na mu ni abadaye na mu ni suro na mu ni tema na mu ni nkaye 60% bone bay enti brane champo nko a and obetimi arane na meba Rock City yesi ne da ben bedemu kofi Rock City yesi ne da ben. The investments of Rock City no every here who are the shareholders of Rock City. Brande Champa me atia say he is the director, he is a full shareholder and everything. Bibia ononkwa. Adenti onko Speaker of Parliament or Nkonko J certificate. Why? Bibisamo. Why Brian Echampon Enko Speaker of Parliament Alban Kingsford Bagbin Enko J certificate to operate because over there Brian Echampon will declare kwan of us nya say sika odisi is our hotel we now no be a titi ya o free him look crofo we pa there. I don't want to go there. Now you see Anna Brandy Chamber. Oh, aqua America. Oh, call US military. Oh, no, buy no yes and one. I hide my hair. Baba me Brandy Chamber at national security. From national security, hey, Brandy Chamber. I don't want to be provoked to open certain documents now. No, me try. Every paper. Brandy Chamber. Folks, make a short break. The bar Ghana Speaks extension will take off. Stick and stay with all your WhatsApp messages in Inano, making Kanina. This is the weekend Frontline with Kwekwan and an entire crew. Stick and stay. I'll be right back.
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabinya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Folks, welcome back, and of course, we've walked one leg of the journey. Remaining one, making 50 minutes approximately, gone past the hour 8. This is the weekend Frontline with Kweku Anan. Now, on say, and you ma ACC or Ghana and Wahon. Ghana for and then me bra penny Yao Berma. Yao Berma is watching this program from London. Now, Yao frame ya na pan me jam me ka ho me wo shika ozi Kweku. Hwe me ka no kra kire enya mo politicians no me problem na o se Ghana for na asema ya ka me ni ntimi use word no go we di Ghana for atem na no ss wo di se Ghana for e dim kwase asem wankasa or can the other way around, which I tend to agree with him. Oh yeah, Ghana for ya dwini nya dwuma o hwe ya dwini enye dwuma sa o ye na e kabom. I also any politicians, for politicians, put them aside, because the Ghanaian doesn't understand or know who he is, what he wants, and what must be done. The Ghanaian, no. And to whom say, and I'm saying Ghana for him to be a woman, and until our politicians are taking this political expediency advantage way. And I say yes, and Umizans are they a fibers to abani a combat the same thing on me. There's a menu, you set it up near your writer. Over some politicians in the misbehave visa. Over some of the convoy, Ben Nam Quem, pap, Nissan Muno Mudieno. Now, bet you way. On my bay moon, a civilized nation like United Kingdom, Britain, America, mining, France, Germany, all over places where Ghanaians are watching me. What kind of cry? No politician do you know me? Do you know who I am? You can't say yeah. Na Betty so. I doubt it. But your politicians where me and no sene so na to sene hamatan bro sene ye wiao ye di 2 million man we are. Then they come and they sit on our necks. Oh, Ghana here mobo. You know me no. They use the Ghanaian like a rag to mop the floor. Na media one more ya no mo ya ma reho pa no Kaya Yefoi. Kaya Yefoi ya Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia sebin preduasa so tumi cars and pepper bi kire omo no there bi what tries to be condition Kaya Yefoi as if say the Kaya adwuma no is adwuma profitable enough. These are human capacity. Human capacity, we have to develop them. Then who we are, what by one more a street in the son. Hawkers, no. And Hawkers near Becom so 50 cedi, 50 cedi. They are shisho them. Mometwaba and Femaye. Ye two mom we say, Pam! Mom say June in Suashasio. In Sube Buomosa. The politicians, they walk through their principal street, they watch them. They exploit them, they abuse them, and they do all sorts of things. Odruani will roll the glass and say, "Tainted, not driving a rule. No, I told you better." A big cross, smart driver, and I said, "Driver, to way a freeze is Miss Webra. No one want to carry him. Not you who need him so in the pabang. Oh, politicians, when we a phone papa, the most despicable kind of professional man, Ghana, Mujina campaign platform so near their boor. And second in Kotokuro and in Sradabe Chesimo. Our campaign platform so we are getting there. We are getting there. Because Yahume ete Ghana for Ahume ete Muye nipa boni for dodo. The moment a Ghanaian politician when you power noir, the first thing that happens, they all go round. Then they start changing the number. No more ye chips no. Omo ye chips no matter to ni na egu. No more the full fresh shim. I don't know. Now, Osha case here, of course, here. There is a narrative between them. The Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah-Dame was ambushed. For where? How? Was ambushed where? One organizing meeting. So how? Now, my membership, DB. My making message, online message, me online for no gusupa. My making I say, Rini also kweku. Last time you were saying it as if you supported their actions. I'm glad you are condemning their violent act. Oh, who can Vice President move on? Oh, okay. Because you are saying so. Why are they palm? Now, Mamika recuse or say, Kweku, welcome back from your respect to your daddy. I am from Afrancho, also in the Vence Etruma. I'm the Etrumana Walker of Ghana. Okay. Me who the whole patch Usu Evans. Ose hard punch. Yautrim Berema on the line and contributing to the messages. Good evening, Kweku. I am watching you live from London. It's me, your man, Yautrim Berema. Yes. And recuse and so Kweku. Kweku, wow, I see you as one man fighter. Keep it up, for these old men has and still taking us as the youth for a ride to their deaths. Wow, we as youth want to live same as our other countries. Okay, Sanete, Daniel Adi, also please, Ghanaians are not thinking. Oh, you are doing a very, very perfect job for the mother Ghana. I have been following you from the 2 TV days. I'm sure that's what you want to say. Yes. Daniel Ade, thank you. Muhammad messages neighbor. We'll try and read all these messages as we go on. Now, folks, Ebra yedri me the mo beko deeper. Mama kenkan other messages we have. Or say good evening, sir. Good work done. God will continue to bless you. Will continue to bless you. Continue to bless you. All right, more. Okay, honestly, yeah, be yadi. And then maybe bought tapes ni na mama. Tapes ni Frank Davis o Attorney General. Why you bibia ehwe na ego. We say good evening, Kweku. Does these politicians really want the betterment of Ghana, or they want the betterment of their pocket? Look at Burkina Faso now. Until the youth rise up, these politicians would always take us for granted. Mary, Mayira, and Odebaye. And the Enwana Mary would answer Nabano. Oze, Mr. Kweku Anan, the way you know these people, the NPP, I feel. Why? I say the way you know the NPP, I feel. Look at what they are doing with Mr. Hobson Adoye. Anyway, our prayers would stand. God is in control, bro. More fire. Echo Thomas watching you from Tema Community 4. Alright? Got you, bro. Got my back covered. Well, see, the allegations and their impact. No. Where is this from? My editorial editorial dilemma, balancing justice, reputation, and accountability. Also, Ghana's legal landscape is currently ablaze with controversies surrounding the Attorney General and Minister for Justice Godfrey Yeboah Dame. The leaked phone conversation between Dame and businessman Richard Jakpa has ignited a firestorm of debates implicating the minority leader Dr. K. Salato Forsen in the ambulance procurement case. As the nation watches, the question looms large: should Dame resign or face dismissal? In this editorial, I dissect the complexity, implications, and the potential solutions, the allegations and their impact. 1. The leaked conversation, the leaked audio allegedly captures Dame pressurizing Jakpa to implicate Ato Forsen. If true, this undermines the integrity of the case and raises serious ethical concerns. Financial loss to the state. Dr. Ato Forsen faces charges related to the importation of faulty ambulance, which allegedly caused a financial loss of £2.37 million to Ghana. The stakes are high. The public trust hangs in the balance. The call for resignation, pros and cons. All right, accountability. Resignation would demonstrate accountability. Dame's actions if proven violent and the principles of justice. He sworn to uphold the reputation stage. S at stake. Resignation would mitigate damage and signal commitment to transparency. Meaning say we are na de baba. Mean to me in kanina. Oh, one feeding. Let me say, Jemai Kwekuman or the buy. Okay, it's a very good editorial. We shall say, thanks for what you are doing. Or say so. Oh my God. Or say. So what would you get for pushing someone? This from Aminu. Minim ni pakwa wokan. Yes. Or see. Okay. We shall say, hi, Nana. I am Ahmed. This coming is not. Or say this coming is not. It's not between NDC and NPP, but rather Ghanaians versus NPP. Hey, really? Okay. My name baby Odi Freeba. We all say, please, I need Aura Blackstar phone numbers. Aura Blackstar phone numbers A053 617 6327. I repeat, 053 617 6327. But the message is in ABC here. Quite loads of messages. We all say, bro, good evening. I am Frederick Akua. Why always Ato when it's almost 6 months to NDC 6 months to go NDC as a party. What do we what do construction in cost ye into team can message in pono why the tin yamano to what's natural as well. I say good evening, Mr. Anna. Should you please bring the NPP cum EC back to the screen? Then let the NPP know that JDM spent 4 years, not 8 years, as Nana Addo from NS. Say, good evening, Mr. Annan. It's more than a month now. Some of the message, and I try to join them, but I don't. Folks, baby Adrian, baby Yadia. Afi ye pese ye bought and coma a course between Richard Jakpa and Godfrey Dame. 16 minutes we pese with ye make a sense. We are Frank Davis the Ebebo. Then we do the analysis. But slow tie asem no komo no mo bo no tie nie ma asem no ko dream dwen ho and make a sense of it. This is your weekend Frontline. We're live across the global world. Take a listen to this carefully.
You pay only after the goods have been delivered, because that is also the contract, not so.
Yes, but then the financial instrument for the project is an irrevocable letter of credit. So good. So that credit letter has already been sent.
Hold on, no problem. But in my view, that letter of area, the contract requires that you pay by letter of credit, not so.
Yes, in addition, we should establish it upon the front of the contract. So already you have paid.
Upon the signing of the contract for every 50 ambulance.
Yes. Upon the signing of the contract for every 50 ambulance, since there was no advance mobilization, advance payment, that LC was a security that you have to establish ahead.
No problem. It's on the contract for every 50 ambulance. Is it the contract for every 50 ambulance?
Pardon?
Is it the contract for, I'm saying upon the signing of the contract for every 50 ambulance.
Yes.
Is it the contract for the every 50 ambulance?
The contract is for 200 ambulances in tranches of 50.
Good, hold on. So that contract for 50 ambulance is different from this one?
No. It is, the contract is one contract for 200 ambulances, which has been broken down within the contract for every few, you establish LC for every 50 tranche. So you have 4 LCs for the 200 ambulances.
No, that part I disagree with you. But if you look at the terms of the contract, it's quite clear. And it should not be difficult for you to accept, because really it doesn't put you in any problem at all. That does not put you into any difficulty. I don't know the Minister of Health, the Minister of Finance. So for me, if you accept that, then it doesn't put you in any difficulty.
The problem I have in accepting that for you, is that in there are letters that confirm that, both from government and from our principal, that is for every 50 ambulances. That confirms that. And I'll be tendering those letters in. So I cannot go against what the letters say and the contracts say, because I was the agent at that time. Japan Business was the agent.
Hold on. LC's on site. Payment shall be in yours. First, we said there shall be no advance payment.
Yes.
What does advance payment mean?
What it means is that you are not the supplier was not going to be paid any cash, any money for him to use in procuring all the accessories and everything to manufacture. So the manufacturer will use his own money to buy the ambulance vans, all the accessories from across the globe, with the security from government being the LC. And the LC has conditions precedent.
Hold on. Yes, advance payment not mean paying in advance of the delivery of the goods.
They said no advance payment.
Yes, advance payment means that you are paying before the goods are delivered to you.
No, they said no advance payment. Not that there's advance payment. Yes. No advance. Mean that you will not pay.
Yes, until the goods are delivered to you. Also.
Yes.
Yes, so until the goods are delivered, you don't pay at all.
You don't pay.
Also. So, and then also it goes ahead to say that payment shall be in a free manner. LCs on site of goods. In fact, what is it, even LC on site of goods? What does it mean?
What LC on site of goods means is that when you ship the documents, when you ship the goods, when you ship the goods from your port of origin, the bill of lading of the goods is what you use as
LC on site of goods means when the goods have been shipped.
They have been shipped.
Not
and then
the goods have been delivered in Ghana.
No, when the goods have been shipped, because you have gone to do pre-shipment. So what I'm trying to explain is that you use the bill of lading. You use a bill of lading. You use a bill of lading.
You establish the LCs after pre-shipment inspection. No dispute about that.
No, the LC is established as soon as you sign the contract. You establish the LC, and that becomes the security comfort for the supplier to invest his money.
It says LCs on site of goods are upon the signing of the contract.
Yes.
For every 50 ambulances.
Yes.
Yes. Which contract is this? It's not a contract for every 50 ambulances. So under this main contract, this was like the main contract.
The main contract and LC for every 50 of the 200. So the contract is not saying that government should establish one LC which is 15.8 million euros for the whole 200 at a go. No. Government has a bulk contract of 15.8 million euros. Now, this contract will become, the ambulance will be coming in tranches of 50 ambulances. So you establish your LC for the 50. When that 50 have been delivered and everything sorted out and handed over, another LC is established for another subsequent 50 until you finish all the 200. That is what the contract says. So the LC that was established.
Even then, hold on. I don't agree with your explanation. But even then, this explanation, that's not what happened in this case.
Okay, what happened?
Yeah, that's not what happened. Yes, because the LC was established even before pre-shipment inspection.
Yes.
Also,
yes.
There was no pre-shipment inspection. So, so it means there was no basis for the LC to be established in the first place.
No.
Really not your problem anyway.
Right, that place, in that particular place, you are getting it wrong. If you may have patience for me to explain to you. You are getting it wrong there because when you establish LC, the LC had conditions precedent for it to be honored. And the condition precedent states that you can only cash the LC when you present shipping documents, which is bill of lading, to the Ghana International Bank of the buyer before the LC can be honored. So even though the LC was established upon the signing of the contract, was supposed to be established upon the signing of the contract, it cannot be cashed or honored. It becomes a form of security for the supplier to invest his own money. And when he ships the ambulances, he can then send a bill of lading to your bankers to then honor the LC, because that is a condition precedent.
But in any case, in this case, even the LC was actually cashed. Everything, that payment was actually made before the goods were shipped.
No.
The goods got to Ghana.
No.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't have the supplier. There is no way under the sun he could have cashed the LC before the shipping document, which were condition precedent, was presented to Ghana International Bank. Even when he presented the documents to Ghana International Bank refused to honor the LC, raising issues of discrepancy, which came back to Bank of Ghana, which later went to the Ministry of Health, and then Animana authorized Bank of Ghana through Ministry of Finance to pay because they had sorted out the discrepancies with Big C. That time, around this time, or the ambulances had already arrived in Ghana. You are not privy to this one, I'm telling you.
In my view, if we agree to this theory, it's so simple, the theory of the case.
Not agree to the way you want to go, the way you want to go about it.
So let's agree. Let's describe it that way. Let's describe it that way. Do you want to go about it?
Okay,
if you agree this way, it makes it simple.
Yes, it will make it.
It doesn't also involve. It doesn't involve any difficulty for you.
Yes, I agree. I understand your point. That it doesn't.
When you say there's no advancement, yes. When you say there's no advancement, ordinarily meaning in Ghana that you don't pay until you get your goods. Now, the contract here, even the clear terms, unless maybe you guys did not draft the contract, it says LCs on site of goods shall be established upon the signing of the contract for every future.
No, the contract was drafted by government. It was done by government.
Oh, yes.
And it was an LG department perused the contract and approved the contract for government.
It is not a problem. We had the approval. Every contract is actually approved before later when they implement it and problems.
You see, what the difficulty I have with your position is that, you see, frankly speaking, fine, as you are saying, if I agree to your position, how you want to go about it and how you want me to go about my answering questions and things, if I go by that way, frankly speaking, I'll be dishonest, because I know that is not how it's supposed to be, and I'll be dishonest, in such a way that I'll be assisting for someone I know is completely innocent about this. For example, Atu Forsen to be jailed because I knew something was wrong, was not the way, and I decided to keep quiet and to answer the question in a way that will make your case better for you to jail him. I'll be battling with my conscience. That is the problem I'm having. Anytime you bring up this issue with Yoni Kulende, when I went to Yoni Kulende's place, anytime you bring this issue, that is my problem I'm having. Because me, for example, I am in this case because I'm innocent and I'm going through ordeal. So I'm looking at another person also going to go through ordeal, and through me, because I know the truth and I decide not to say it because I want to help the AG make his case. And I ask myself, what is my interest in it?
I'm not asking you to really help me. I'm just going by the top. Anyway, so that's fine. So this one was even just by the way.
I hope you get my difficulty.
It's on the phone. I don't even know that.
Oh no. Don't worry about that one. My issue. I'm talking about. Oh no. You and I will be meeting. You'll be meeting me at my cousin's place, and you've been bringing this issue up several times. And I keep telling you that I can't do that because it doesn't sit well with me.
Look at the terms of contract. The terms of contract are simple. And it's on site shall be established upon the side of the contract for every future ambulance.
Yeah.
Do you answer? Yeah.
It's for every. So when you see the hand for every 50 ambulance, means that it's not only the 50.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
For every. It means that it is not only 50.
Alright.
Mean that there are a lot of 50s that will be following. So that is what I was trying to explain to you. So frankly speaking, the LC that was established was as a security for the supplier to invest his own money, since there's no advance.
Yes, it is the same that was used to pay. Because LC was the means of payment and the agreement.
Yes. When the conditions precedents are met.
Which is what? That agrees that I have some documents.
That he has the bill of ladings, the ambulance have been shipped, and the bill of ladings are presented. That is when you can catch the LC. So until you ship the ambulances, you can't catch the ambulance. You can't catch the LC.
It was done in this case also.
Yes, in this case, yes. When he shipped the ambulances, he then presented their documents to Ghana International Bank, and then Ghana International Bank refused to honor the LC and raised issues of discrepancies, which was later cleared by Animana at the Ministry of Health for payment to proceed. And that is how he was paid. So, if frankly speaking, if there's somebody who authorized this payment to go on, even though in Ghana International Bank raised issues of discrepancies, it's Animana. He was authorizing those payments.
But you quote when you heard the Bank of Ghana officials and the Minister of officials and even Setepe say that no payment can go on except with Minister of Finance authorization. There's no way Minister of Health will authorize. In fact, Minister of Health actually even their letter, they said no, they should go ahead and produce ambulances.
After that letter that Sharaite wrote that they should suspend production and those things was contrary to the terms of the contract, and that letter went to the office, the AG's office, and the AG debunked that letter and wrote his legal opinion and told her that they should proceed. So AG, that letter had been destroyed by your department, by your ministry. So that letter is of no value. It is the AG's legal opinion that overrode that letter. And Ministry of Finance had to implement the AG's opinion.
Yeah, and by the AG's legal opinion, the terms of contract will be honored.
Yes.
Or the terms of contract will breached.
And because they were already breached, and the AG wanted them to honor it. So that Shari'ite's letter that you want to rely on is of no value.
They honor it. Honor the terms of contract.
The ministry. Yeah, they still didn't honor some part of the contract. They honored the LC part, but when it came to the pre-shipment inspection, they refused to honor that particular part.
Okay.
So they waive their right to go and inspect, and then they turn around and blame people for you not going to inspect to rectify any manufacturing defect that the pre-shipment inspection was meant to kill. So Shari'ite, through her negligence and refusal to implement the pre-shipment inspection, created this problem. That's what I was trying to head.
So the reason why that's my timetable for the rest of the
that means that you are not going to be around.
So and then even next week, the whole of next week, I'll not be around. There's a way of if you will not even finish next week, I would appreciate.
Oh no, okay, no, I'll not finish next week. I don't think I'll be able to finish because the documents are many. So you will surely go and come and meet me.
Oh, no,
but that will also depend upon the judge's behavior.
I'm bringing one medical experience next week.
Okay. Okay, fine. If you bring a medical excuse next week.
I said you. How can I bring a medical excuse?
No, you are saying that I should bring a medical excuse next week.
You can if you want.
But brother, you want this one to issue bench warrant for me again?
Right. Anyway.
Because you can see that I was really in admission, struggling for my life, and she issued bench warrant for me to be arrested, and my name was put everywhere. That's right. Now, if I go and do another one, as you are saying, my brother, this one will issue another bench warrant for me and destroy the little of my reputation left. She will destroy it.
Right.
But you will surely go and come and meet me still talking. So don't worry.
No problem. All right.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Nti wutie nkɔmɔ akɔso ya amanfo akasa pa o. Now the latter part, here the Attorney General tried to convince Richard Jakpa to play the deal. So onu obetu kwan ntutu obetimi akwaje excuse duty dia brɛ no a no so no onu mom nkro no nkonkwaje excuse duty no. So excuse duty ho asɛm na asekyerɛ a o kan say na kyerɛ sɛ as I say Attorney General na ebetwa ne cross examination with Richard Jakpa so, but so obekɔ no obeba no no ba beto so no wetimi aye no ese so munye bibi akwansidie bi edi si ho mema okona oyeden obeto so eno no wo kire ne se onfa onkwaji excuse duty bi or doctor bi o se wan no famra ndi Attorney General no ebeboa ema abranti ono ne ho asem dadai asan edi asem foforo abeto ono an ho so eno no wo ka kire se eyi na kire se nkomodie nim no esi etie ho ase se Jakpa nankasa kra no judge no asciting for contempt bi ne niama dadaw na Attorney General ne beboa no momedi bone ne mo utie nkomo ne ba bi nzu a Richard Jakpa's narrative does appear. They have also met several times at Uni Colony's residence and not in the chamber of the trial judge. Who wants to make a show? Tis a utium common now. Ube say judge no wodi asem no ono de ni chamber omunko tra ho. Sa plea bargaining same ye keka wasem de. Say according to the law no there be onko tra ho. Ni na no mu secure meeting ewo Jakpa ni nua fie eye Yoni Kolani fie. Ade nti na Yoni bema kwan mo ma ye meeting si no fie. Why? Me mentiasie. But about say Yansuho, the governing party NPP have also mounted a spirited defense for the Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, led by legal team Ayora Frank Davis. Afiyentie Frank Davis and Semwa Frank Davis at the Betudra. Within the same, never say just about hours or an hour after the NDC for the tour, then almost do a press conference, mounted a spirited pushback. Take a lesson to Frank Davis and in some honest or the two say if their Frank Davis air canon could collaborate or otherwise will go offline, and then what assertions being and almost a making in the very trial case way. Take a listen to Frank Davis.
Gentlemen, proceedings in this matter have run its full course since commencement in December 2021. The prosecution, led by the able Attorney General, called 5 witnesses in proof of its case. Lawyers for first accused, in an attempt to truncate the proceedings, filed a submission of no case and urged the court to rule that KSL Atuforsen had no case to answer, as no prima facie case had been made against him. This plea was outrightly rejected by the court, presided over by Justice Ifia Sewa Asaribotre, a justice of the Court of Appeal, sitting as an additional High Court judge. The court ruled, among others, that the Attorney General had led sufficient evidence to establish a case against Atuforsen and therefore ordered him to open his defense. Atuforsen subsequently opened his defense and also closed his case. The third accused, Richard Jakpa, also opened his case and was last Thursday being cross-examined when he made a scandalous, malicious, baseless, and spurious allegation that the Attorney General had approached him on several occasions to skew his testimony to implicate Atuforsen. Ladies and gentlemen, why would any credible person do such a thing? Indeed, if the Attorney General had any intention of having him skew the evidence in favor of Atuforsen, it would not just be just for the Attorney General to continue the prosecution of Atuforsen, but that is what the NDC wants us to believe. Ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret that the NDC ever since the commencement of Atuforsen's prosecution has threatened rain and storm against government, the Attorney General, and any person they can find to cajole the Attorney General from discontinuing the prosecution. Pressure has come from every angle, including former President Mahama, the leadership of the minority in Parliament, the clergy, business friends of Atuforsen, etc., etc. Indeed, former President Mahama specifically maintained the discontinuance of the ambulance trial as a condition to get members of the minority in Parliament to agree to the recent recall in Parliament, and has on several other occasions stated it as a condition precedent for the cooperation of the minority in Parliament. This pressure stems from some warped and baseless logic of the NDC that the Atuforsen's prosecution is politically motivated and its leader in Parliament should be immune from prosecution, even when the facts indicate conduct resulting in financial loss to the state. As mentioned earlier, investigations commenced as far back as 2017, making it imperative to ask at this stage, why is Atuforsen the only government official being prosecuted from all other former ministers from whom statements were taken? Your guess should equally be good as mine. By Richard Jakpa, the third accused and an associate of KSL Atuforsen in this botched ambulance procurement transaction, is therefore only a further ploy contrived to curtail the prosecution of Atuforsen and smear the Attorney General's integrity and reputation. But this, I can assure you, will not work. We firmly believe that public officials, regardless of social standing, must be treated equally before the law, and they should be accountable for their use of public resources. Needless to say that the law is no respecter of persons. Ladies and gentlemen, the allegations by Richard Jakpa that the AG has on several occasions made met him in private at odd hours and in person on phone to coax him to implicate the accused person is a complete variance with the prevailing facts. In fact, it is laughable. The attempt to selectively present facts without the whole is telling of the intentions of the third accused person. For the record, it is unacceptable that Johnson Asiedun Ketia will run a commentary over the alleged tape calculated to prevent Ghanaians and discerning people as such from making their own deductions and reasoned judgment. You saw him on radio behaving like a choir master. Again, even though from the screenshots displayed, the alleged conversation is supposed to last 26 minutes, the NDC schemed to play only 60 minutes. 16 out of 26. The question is, where is the rest of the tape? Even in respect of what was played, it is apparent that there are repetitions, overlaps, incoherence, voiceover, and distortions, demonstrating that the NDC has spent these past days distorting whatever tape they played. It is no wonder that even this afternoon, we are caught in the same trap anyway. Even this afternoon, instead of commencing the press conference at 2, they had to wait till about 3 o'clock because they were still doctoring. We haven't doctored. We are presenting to you the facts as they are. Even on that doctored tape, the Attorney General never requested the witness to falsify, fabricate, or concoct any evidence or testify in the prosecution's favor. You all heard the tape. Where did the Attorney General lure the third accused person to prefer evidence against the first accused? With the load of evidence before the court, how can the Attorney General manipulate the third accused person? Indeed, if the prosecution had not made any case against Atuforse, the judge will not call upon them to open their defense. Let us throw those accusations in the dustbin of worthless material. Again, on the question of who initiated the meeting, even from the NDC's presentation, it is clear that if any meeting at all was called, it was mooted and initiated at the instance of the third accused person. We would like to put it on record that as of February 2022, when Jakpa requested for a meeting with the AG never met him and never made any arrangement to the Supreme Court Justice, Emmanuel Yoni-Kolendi. It was not until the AG was invited to the residence of His Lordship Justice Emmanuel Yoni-Kolendi in 2023 that he surprisingly met Richard Jakpa at his residence. We remain resolute and very firm in our minds that the Attorney General has never approached the accused person for any conversation, let alone request him to skew his testimony against first accused Kesela Atuforse. The only meeting at which the Attorney General met the third accused person was in the residence of a Supreme Court judge, His Lordship Justice Emmanuel Yoni-Kolendi, who about 6 weeks ago requested to see the Attorney General. It is not out of place for the Attorney General to visit the said justice upon request, more so when the two were friends, even before the elevation of the latter to the Supreme Court. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we are all lawyers, we are all trained lawyers. Standing here as a lawyer, if even a magistrate, a circuit court judge, should call me as a trained lawyer to visit him in the house to have a discussion, I will not, for any reason, say that I will not attend. But that meeting should not lead me to abuse my professional oath and pervert justice. Lawyers and judges drink from the same bowl. The judges are lawyers before they became judges. So if a judge invites me to his house, what is offensive? And this is what the NDC wants to make capital out of. They have lawyers in their midst. Would they tell me that their lawyers never visit judges? It is pertinent to note that prior to this meeting, the Attorney General had closed his case and the court had thrown out the application of Atuforsen for a submission of no case has been without merit. The third accused had also, by 4 different letters by his lawyers, requested and made proposals to the Attorney General for a plea bargain, which will see Big C, third accused principal, paid 2 million euros in exchange for the cessation of prosecution. This has been roundly rejected by the Attorney General. In fact, third accused, through his lawyers in the letter dated 16 May 2023, had indicated unequivocally that they were requesting a plea bargain, and following the rejection, I requested the AG for terms which the Attorney General will consider acceptable. The Supreme Court Judge, Justice Emmanuel Yonikolendi, therefore sought to inquire whether there was room for a plea bargain, and the AG highlighted that he was not opposed, provided it was made in proper form, and assured third accused that he had nothing personally against any of the accused persons. The Attorney General further requested that since the charges principally focus on the public officials through whose actions the laws was occasioned, Richard Jakpa should show fidelity to the transaction records which were already in evidence. Finally, there is also a record that first accused himself, Kesela Atuforsen, had, in the company of a senior parliamentarian, visited the AG in his house to plead with him to end the prosecution. The NDC, in their press conference today, have conveniently failed, refused or neglected to respond to this fact, which was also contained in the response of the Ministry of Justice following the proceedings of Thursday. Why will Atuforsen go to the Attorney General to beg for a discontinuance of his prosecution, and the same person will, through another medium, say that the Attorney General is persecuting him? You can make the inference yourself. You are the best judges. Ladies and gentlemen, if the Attorney General desired to cajole the third accused as suggested, then the best avenue will have been following the third accused person's request for the AG to propose terms acceptable to him, and the several WhatsApp messages sent to the AG pleading with him. Clearly, the third accused person is a hired mercenary contracted to exploit his relationship with the Supreme Court judge, knowing the AG's inability to respect the said justice when invited after failing to secure a meeting with the AG. All this is against the backdrop that since the Attorney General was appointed into office, he has been arguably one of the most successful, both in and out of court. As remarkably noted by the President at the last State of the Nation's address, he has successfully saved the state over 10 trillion Ghanaian cedis, and his verve in protecting public resources is shown by his commitment to the prosecution of public officials whose acts have resulted in huge financial loss to the state. This is beside the other several infrastructure and logistical improvements to the Office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice, including the almost completed Law House. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is the firm belief of the NDC and Atuforsen, if it is the firm belief of the NDC and Atuforsen that no loss had occasioned the state from its conduct, then they should just remain faithful to our judicial system and seize these malicious orchestrations targeted at bastardizing our judicial system and to prevent him from standing trial to its final conclusion. They should just keep quiet and let the proceedings in court continue. We are very clear in our minds that the cause for the resignation of the Attorney General is misplaced, unwarranted, and this will not put any spokes in the prosecution of Kesela Atuforsen and his associates. Ladies and gentlemen, the call for the resignation of the Attorney General coming from the NDC is very, very rich. The NDC calling on the Attorney General to resign from office. That is rich Ghanaians. The AG will not resign. He will continue to remain witty, resolute, and focused in the delivery of his work, as he does always. The wheels of justice, we say, grind slowly, but eventually it will grind to a halt. Thank you once again for coming to listen to
Folks, politicians in the say no more your money. Now, before me you one or two in same be war issue no. Shall say expose we nam kwemoba. Na sa expose we MPP for no nim so say eno a ehun semsem no bi ni de hene. The air happened between the Minister for Agric, Air Brandy Champon, and then Snit, Yao Fludu, Shares, Air Quia. To check Ghana and Japadie, which is rough. You've just gone past Air Frank Davis, on air the Venezuelan, the legal head of the legal team, Emma MPP, and Okasayan. Expose ebefa aha. A top secret blueprint uncovered. The roadmap to the downquest hegemony in Ghana's political space. The blueprints, of course, would also reveal the dark secrets of this very dynasty and the alleged orchestration of the paramount chief. Ultimately, their role will be to capture state power in the alliance history. Ebe papa. Until the one who said Ekos was sned. Brane Champono, Upeu, a part of the state capture agenda. Many nyapadie ubia more from. Yeah, Ghanaians we spoke o Mobekai in the era of the PNDC government all the way to NDC about DIC divestiture implementation. And where been a Muslimu here now. Send expose Ibesia Pahontama in the very coming days, and your coming weeks, coming days. Take a lesson, watch this.
A dynasty plan to continue on the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Danquist rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the Frontline has captured a document titled Ejapadie. For details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprint of this whole dynasty plan, watch this space in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danquist. This is Code Red Season 1 of the Frontline, coming soon.
Folks, and one so another expose kesian so enam wiemu ba. And no so far asofwa kesia won me show man. Investigation has uncovered the workers of iniquities in the body of Christ. Plus one more dark secret cover the altar. You reveal it nina ba chire Ghana for. So expose and also be saying, watch this.
Call themselves as the holy men of God. But beneath them lies darkness, evil, and wickedness. But now they've reached the breaking point, as the web of the Frontline has captured them in an expose that will shake the foundation of Christianity in Ghana. Expect more in the coming days, weeks, and months on the Frontline show with Quick One. Behind the false holy crown likes darkness. This is Code Red Season 2 on the Frontline, coming soon.
Great, folks. Now, my memory me making some 1-2 perspectives before the pushback by Frank Davis. Now, Frank Davis says the accused person, Richard Jackman, tries to in the case, you know, a baseless offense allegations against the Attorney General. He believes them. And Nyoma Richard Jackman so and Nama Bontin wa kind of smear campaign against the integrity of the Attorney General. Me sure, Sir Frank Davis utie the audio conversation between the Attorney General and Richard Jackman. Me sure. If you must say the allegations of Richard Jackman claim to have met the Attorney General laughable. But yet, Frank Davis has you. But ye na yet ya some no way assume. Any pay me no kasa. They've met several times, several. If you he says the Attorney General did not lure the accused person to falsify excuse duty. Na dey na yeti. Eno si ante. Frank Davis wante. Folks, weekend, sorry, so fresh, why? But a break a crack says it's been quite some time. And my listeners, most mobile contribution, loads of messages, but let's see, say the win to me for message ambano, me. So now, me phone line or at to say, when me be dim como, oba, me straw, me be phone line. The member say, do not listen to me on the television, listen to me through the phone. Na me ntimi no nkase because who waste time and munyi nipa na free so wo ban so a 1 second a minute no we free so no obi etimi aba me number is 0302 771593 0302 771593 your views and it will be about this 1 minute no we free so hello good evening
boss.
Yes sir.
This is Oben Pong talking from Koforidua.
Good.
Utie dia Frank Davis Kana. Obesonche as a typical MPP. There is nothing in this administration or MPP administration and MPP Ajatumuda starting from doing so. Na posi da bi dia enquire a timetable. Dia na deputy finance minister about talking about city depreciation. And so so this will tell you that the MPPs have made their mind say there's nothing on earth that it will go against them on accept and as on Jatumuda. So this is an exemplary life. In Tisokase false accusation in Yamanyama, we all know that it is their life, it is the traits of MPPs doing that. Okay. If you say false accusation and say before Becca.
Good one. With me, man, a suggestion very quickly. All right, caller Biaba. So, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Please, my name is Frederick from Tema.
Casanitio.
Yeah, please, I would like to speak English, right?
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Speak.
Listening to your show, you do play the press conference by the New Patriotic Party. And then there is a part that you listen to. I wanted to ask, you see, NDC can do all the propaganda, but NTT remain focused. The reason is that, you remember Ofosu Ampofo audio, leak audio.
Yeah.
What did NDC tell Ghanaians? They said it's doctored tape. So Ofosu Ampofo didn't say what the audio claimed. That means NDC knew very well that audio can be doctored. So if today MPP is saying that this audio is doctored, that is one draw. Because if NDC, the whole NDC, that they have the meeting
that they are attacking the New Patriotic Party, that they are going to make their government ungoverned. They are going to attack them. They are going to kidnap them. And they say the voice of the chairman is dotted. And today, there's a voice of Attorney General, and they are saying it is true voice. The NDC, they have no room for Ghanaians. Because we know them, they are liars. I am a Potarian. NDC, they are liars, we know them from their roots. They are liars, and Ghanaians have to watch them carefully. They have nothing good for Ghanaians. Dr. Mamadou Bawumia will come 2024. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Let's get to the next caller. Hello, good evening, sir. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, Pacho Metonka. Kasani Anko. See me your phone, not through your television, Pacho. Yeah.
I just want to applaud you for the good work you are doing.
Good, thank you.
Mother Ghana. But how protected are you? That's my question. When I'm listening to you, I get scared because I know the country in which we are nowadays. By making all these exposés, please, how protected are you, yourself and your family? That is my question for you this evening. Okay. May the Lord protect you and keep the good work going. God bless you.
Oh, God bless you too. God bless you too. I indeed appreciate this personal concern that you have for. All right, thank you very much. Let's go to the next caller. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm watching the program and I want to comment on it.
All right, go ahead, sir. 1 minute and then you'll be done. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I can hear you. Listen to me through your phone so that you can hear me. So go ahead. I'm listening to you.
I'm listening to you. Please, I want to ask one question.
All right, go ahead.
Who can arrest the president?
Oh. Is this a question? I don't know who can arrest the president, though. I have no answer. Okay, so he's gone. The next caller should come. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir. What do you mean? See me with phone, me see you. Aha, Pacho, Kasa Yanko, why?
Pacho, hello.
Kasa me see you.
Who see them, Mikano?
Me see you, Kasa. Fortunately, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir, opening. Kasa me Yanko. Meto Kasa meet you. Muntie me wo phone, mutie me wo TV. So pese wa so tie ho phone, wo TV so. Intina muntie me me nya Kasa no. Listen to me, e wo phone mu. Me pacho.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Apomute sir.
Ya ho ya pa.
Pa na bon sir na kupon bon ho bai ho na obusia na nyina. Sir. Adwuma wo ya no. Obi nyina yeni. Pa bon sir na kupon bon na obusia ho bai.
Wonderful, yeah, that's Papa. Why? Okay. Good evening, caller.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Meton Kakasa Openi.
Mekasa free, Kumasi.
All right, Kasa Kumasi for.
Good evening. Namia Dumona as well.
Yahoye, Kasa.
And then Yamiasi. Yamisha new program away, Yamimo buying. You be about to be a corner so. Can the colonel harm and then you to me a blep, on my you to me blep, nasal. Is a mentia, a gun, dear. If you be Koku and this by Wabes, a cadget Yamay. Oh, yes, and Kamakatiamaya, Moja to Honum say, Mobay. So, and she move behind Musong. What would say anybody about what you? Yatu about was a pa. Yachi about was a. Name is a men to about if the moon in a magazine a pet. Men to about moon in a magazine a pet. Made as a pan and Michel.
Good one, good one. From Ashanti region all the way Ashanti region. All right, next caller. Hello, good evening. good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Is it CTV?
This is CTV.
Yeah, can I contribute to Kokwana program?
Go ahead, sir. I'm listening.
MPP, Nina, what can I say? For some of Cape, what can I say? MPP, still for some of other so-called court. Or adopted a Omokaino, or for some of other so-called court. So, for some of the so-called court, then, or that edges, or no so, as I say, court, almost, almost now they deal with it. Because as age, woman would be a family, not a wujina, I can say, Obi Kwaje, force medical forms, Emra, not a ne, yeah, can, who can say, and this need be here because of a swap of yeah, and this can say adopted. It is the same thing, I buy a bottle and the other bob. It is a say. Age they know, and also I saw Obukomu. I saw Mukomu. Because yes, Emma, the whole attorney general. In fact, the side of why I'm a little bit brave. I could go fiase. Enough. Enough. You're yeah. I could say, Ghana should I could book a quack. She said, you're near BA. Yes, I have 44. You're near BA.
Okay, thank you very much. My man for last caller, Nafi. 1-2 calls, Nafi Mediasiwa. All right, hello, good evening. Hello, good. Unfortunately, went to me, so. Ejeku is Ejeku sent a message from Ejeku. Hono cry him for Zablikuma. Ejeku, yes, is one of the finest bodyworks man. He's watching this program. Ejeku, salute you. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Me too. Yes, sir.
What's that?
Yahuya pa.
What's up? Program na me pese me pull up kakra.
But kasani yanku anytime to kasantem.
Masa. Tanya politicians no ye no. Omo ga say Yankopon e ma wo ne. Omo hwa mu hinje. Pese asa no ye Yankopon dia. And yes, it's so deeper. As Ombe assassinity, dear. Among China and Kupoba.
So, do I say, or see Yakupo? Okay. All right, my main fan, next caller. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, sir, opening.
Yeah, Marjoel.
Yeah, no.
I'm person to contribute to our program, Mr. Kaka.
All right, Pachakaza.
Your friend me, actually, me Kasafi Eastern region, New Tafwachim. Now, I'm the opening why a journalist for some times me. Now, person besides since 2000, now journalists will be to me for a bizarre security as a man. It's just recently, and I sent them when in Abba, the other Nuquene Dawa, a camo be on Sen Nuque. This woman Emutna, and yet the Emobia means a material Minakame to Quanzia, because Oman Mutro be on safe for man. If you Nuquene Dawa or Siaka, no beer who said Oman Econ, and yet my in.
Okay.
Oman emunye safe emobia sesia di eda wase ni jumapa wudi na me so be kanu kwenu obia so ahu said oman moko meda wase
Mr. Meda wase pa busia for me the message here friends and calls in this I mean can message say good evening Kweku, your show is the best so far. I'm Daniel watching from Achimota Bofuno de Bay. Okay. We so say despite being hailed as an economic wizard, Dr. Baumia has completely gone to sleep. Nothing seems to work in this country. Everything is actually going in the wrong direction. Rising inflation, increasing debt levels, and widening fiscal deficit are clear indicators of the economic mismanagement. The government's inability to stabilize the currency and attract sustainability investment further exacerbates the situation. The gap between economic promises and actual performance under Dr. Bawumia's leadership raises serious concerns about the country's economy. Daniel Kofi Ajman Kwekuma and Ode Ebaya, of course. We shall say, good evening, Mr. Host. Rawlings told we Ghanaians already before the NDC members are all thieves, including General Mosquito, JM Ovuswampo, Fufivi, Kwete, etc. NDC should stop jeopardizing with our judicial system and face the law. Frederick Tema and Ode Ebaye. We shall say, who should we vote for? Okay. Wendy, is you Okay. All right. Well, say the NPP guy who called is not serious. Bawumia as a president, like seriously? I would rather leave Ghana than a liar and a comedian to rule me. This is Nana Kwesi Obotan Roxon and all the Ebaye. Maminka we so say Ghana is a crime scene, and I agree with you, Kumsin. Ghana Nangasani a crime scene, I know. Yes. We all say this corrupt mismanagement, propaganda, and misled government is the problem of Ghana. Inshallah, God will judge them, and they would never know peace. Movado from Ho and Ode Ebaye. Folks, we so Ose Kweku. Oh, okay. Is it Kwekuma? Yes, and I will patch. Okay, folks, me the movie see her. Ebeno I be say mepon na me ankasa Kweku no mabre na mentimi enkoje ma home kakra. O say Ejeku awo ablekuma the body works. O say wife's birthday Tuesday, so please wish her for me. Tell her I love her so much. All right, we did the Agnes Ampofowa is her name. Agnes Ampofowa UTA program here. Ukuna a friend Ejeku or one of the specialists in body works, or something can just say Tuesday your birthday. So ahead of birthday, any year we show Agnes Ampofowa or birthday Tuesday. We wish you the best of the birthday, Nanyama etimi akuye kama ede amawate. Ebusia me the mobile see as it's been a great time. You drew ya and say ya ba ye be some Wednesday, Friday. Folks, Yakopon ya adoma afini e de mu be wura enyi mepim. De mu be wura en baby ho ehu. Kwaji ahome ya ba. Yakopon ya adoma Monday me no mba be some kama. This has been the Frontline. Great guys say Bomi Chidom, Ruby X, up there. Then I have Keynes. Hey, who else do I have there? Best Makuho. Yes, sir. Sorry? Yes. All the guys. And then, yes, I have the indefatigable executive producer Yao Yamba, Keynes, friends, online editor, and then producers, editors at large, Kofi Ansa. Enoch Kofi Ejri, he's the director of research on also Ewumo, and then editor at large in United States, ni George Niwokaiti on also Ekahobie. Mayet me boa mayede production Ebremo folks. Me the movie see her. Shannon say program where edaso ewo YouTube wait me akoshe program no back. Biom anampo ukosha beti me de ama unu ebiso ono so enhwe mesraw uba YouTube wa subscribe ye link subscribe na ye program biana you be the first to know program bia CTV ye be ye no nwana se obenya notification adoma na press na subscribe na press adoma no na intimi fa emeka homa o me part of this folks me the musia no yakopon yadma Monday yaba yakoye ye ni aba fresh eniame be pon egu ho se ija ye be soja tana ama Ghana mpanyinfoɔ no mo ma yɛ nneɛma a ɛsɛ na ɛfata na ɛtene na ɛde Ghana ɛdi yɛ. At the same time, I come your way Monday. This has been the Frontline with Kwekwana, your investigative journalist. Have a good night and have a great